story time. I want to show you this. Come. So kids, this is what not to do. This is my arm. This is my arm. And then this is my arm. This is what happens. Yeah. And yeah, that's what happens. That wasn't from a pump. That was just how swollen my arm was.
Okay.
This is right after. Okay. Yeah, like my arm was still, like it was still engaged, my tricep was still looking okay, but something happened there, okay? And I want to show you exactly when it happened. Oh, I can't even watch this. Oh.
Right there?
Oh. Pop. No, right here. I heard pop.
Oh.
So if I revert, right?
Yeah.
This right here, I was like, the last rep, pop. I'm like, oh fuck, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh.
Yeah, done.
Oh, so it was like intense.
Yeah, I'm still feeling it, and you know, you see, I'm like, shit, fuck, what happened? Immediately I text my coach, I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
And then that, I'm like, oh fuck. And then the day after it was like, fuck.
Oh, that's so.
And then fuck.
Why do you think that happened?
Why?
Yeah.
So when you're trying to work out like a 20-year-old when you're 40, it's just, you just need to be extra careful. Okay. I was doing skull crushers and I heard tears. I actually heard it. I heard, and then, yeah. And then after that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a little break.
Yeah.
And then I went back to it and I was like, okay, I feel fine. And that day,
yeah.
I was stretching it. I was like, oh man, it doesn't feel right. It fucking doesn't feel right. And sure enough, on my last set of the last rep,
yeah.
Pop.
Oh, it's kind of like you like felt it like in your gut something bad was gonna happen. You know, you're like,
I didn't know. I really didn't know. And you know, and I think about, okay, well, who can I blame now?
Yeah.
Do I blame my coach? Do I blame me? What do I blame?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's 100% me, because I knew that something was going on, but I failed to pay attention to it. But then, you know what? Things just happen like that, and you just have to say, like, you know, even NBA players, they popped their Achilles, and you could see the lead up to it. It was like, oh, you had an injury, but you decided to keep playing anyways. Kobe. So Kobe, when he tore his Achilles, you see a couple plays before that, he was already having calf issues. Same with KD, when he popped his Achilles, a couple games before he strained his calf, and he came back for game 5 and he was done. Right? When he went forward, you could see the whole thing just pop.
I think it's just a mindset thing, then. You just like, you don't like, like you might feel a little sore, but you're like, I can't stop. Like my mind is strong, so it's like, why would I?
My mindset is strong all day long. Yes, and you have to just say, read your body and understand your body, and just say, hey, you know what? This is when to quit. This is when I should quit. But now I know. So I went in for a PRP yesterday. My arm is swollen like a balloon again over here. You can't tell right now, but I can barely move it. This is at the range of motion that I have right now. It ain't nothing, right? So PRP is plasma, platelet-rich plasma, which is, they took 3 vials, these big like vials, out of my right arm, and then they spin it, and then through those 3 vials, they take out just 3 little syringes of the platelet-rich plasma and re-inject it into where the injury was. It's supposed to promote regeneration of the tissue, and it'll be inflamed for the next 10 days. So I can't really lift for the next 10 days. Nothing, no weight bearing. So today when I did chest flies, I did one side, but then I just did the motion on the other side without any weight. It's only 10 days. So the phenomenon is like phantom gains, where if you work on your right hand, you'll actually get gains on your left. It's an actual phenomenon.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. And, you know, being 44, this whole journey, and people who followed this journey, just be careful. And this is another journey that I will document, because I've been on PRP. I want to show you this as well. This is now what I have to inject myself with on a daily basis. BPC 157. These are peptides, and peptides are supposed to heal you. I inject 0.5 mils every single day, and I hate fucking needles.
Yeah.
You know, it's just to promote healing, and then PRP's regeneration, and this stack. So I'm stacking it with PRP and BPC 157.
Okay.
Make sure I heal. If I don't get the results that I want, I'm going to LA for stem cells. And luckily, you know, we have extended health, or else this would have been super expensive. You know, partially covered, but still very expensive.
Anyway, so I got a question. You'd be going to the States
Yeah.
to do this. Is it not available in Canada, or it just takes too long?
It's illegal in Canada. Yeah. So PRP and BPC 157.
Yeah.
Actually, BPC 157 isn't actually legal, but the stuff that makes up the BPC 157 is legal. So they just mix it up for me at the lab, and then I can get it.
Uh,
Yeah.